So today on Tux Traveler, we are going to go to the national park I did not even know existed. This is the Black Canyon of the Gunnison, nestled kind of nicely in the western half of Colorado, about central, not too far, I'd say maybe about 80 or so miles from Grand Junction. Definitely worth taking the trip out to see if you happen to like canyons with sheer cliffs, maybe even if you're a mountain climber or anything like that. This place here, it is beautiful. You get into the basic desert scenery that we see going on here, and then we're going to climb up a mountain, and then before you know it, you're driving right next to these sheer cliffs that go down thousands of feet below. This trip here takes us to the much more publicly accessible South Rim Canyon. And this one here is actually, I got it at the perfect time because about a week after I came here, they ended up closing this part of the park as they do every year because it does get very treacherous in the wintertime. But this is the Black Canyon of the Gunnison. If you're into rock climbing or hiking around canyon edges, it is absolutely stunning. And a lot of it's closed in the winter. We actually dropped 20 degrees in temperature getting up here, and it is on top of a mountain peak. So you can see there's actually some snow up here. So we were at 50 degrees. I took my sweater off when I was hiking down in Colorado National Monument because it was like 60, and it is now 40 up here. I'm gonna have to throw on my sweater again. I gotta head around to the visitor center, and I'm not getting cell signal on Mint Mobile, but I am getting cell signal right now on Verizon. And so if I do get cell signal on Verizon and the campground is on this edge, I might camp here tonight if I get cell signal. I'm gonna inquire at the visitor center about that. If I do that, I might be able to do a little bit more here. Otherwise, I gotta head back into town. My first impressions of the Gunnison is absolutely stunning. The sheer cliffs and the dark shadows are just this wonderful scenery that is a great juxtaposition to the bright colors and the red sandstone over in the Colorado National Monument. And my favorite part about the whole park is coming out of the visitor center and finding the Vanlife convention. That's me in the middle. All right, so now we're walking out to Devil's Point, and the sun's not really cooperating, but there you go. There's what we see behind me there. That's kind of where I'm walking towards. This one here is a little bit further out than I wanted to walk, but it's, I skipped the last two outtakes here, which were pretty close, and this one here is about 1,500 steps. It's 607 yards, whatever that would be in feet, miles, metric, or whatever else your system is. But it's going to bring us out to a spot, and the spot's going to be right on that hill right there. And also look at that mountain in the background. So they did actually, this place is already getting snow. The ranger said they've actually already gotten about an inch of snow last night. They're expecting more soon. This is one of the last weekends that this part of the park is going to be open. So up to the campground and up to the main park usually is open, well, so long as you can pass by it. But they usually close this part of the road they say mid-November. And right now it's pretty close to mid-November. She said in the next couple days they're actually going to be closing the road down because it's just going to become too treacherous up here. And I got a warning about some of these paths are going to have ice really close to the canyon edge, so we have to watch out for that. So let's go ahead and see what, I think it's called Devil's Point. Devil something happens to be. Of course, there's God coming down and saying, no! Oh well, we'll see what we got. Ah! Gotcha. hear the soft hum of the river down below. Can't even see it from where I'm at. If anyone watching this is scared of heights, I'm sorry. So we are here at the end of the road, and there's an overlook trail here. It goes about almost 2 miles out. I think it's a mile out and a mile back. So I'm not sure I'm actually going to walk all that right now because it's so close to the bottom of the day, and I'd like to get back and see if I can get a campsite here that I can work at. If I can work here, I'm going to stay. Hilariously, right here at this point, and this is my view, I actually have internet on both of my phones. Unfortunately, I can't park here. And so I'm going to go back, and there's a chance I can get internet on the edge of the campground. And if I can, then I very much am going to stay here the night. It is off season, so the campgrounds I think cost $11. And if it's $11 waking up in this canyon, oh yeah, that's worth it, baby. If I can't get internet though, I'm gonna have to head on into town and, find a Walmart parking lot or something. But this though is absolutely worth the hike. I might just go ahead and hike the rest of this anyway, just because. So my general impressions, I should say this before I get to my general impressions. There are a couple different access points to the park. North Rim is mostly closed all winter. It's just too treacherous getting there. The South Rim is open year-round up until at least the visitors point, where you can get in a few things. And probably in another week or less, when I'm here right now, they're actually going to close down the road, so you can't even get out to here soon, which makes sense. So there's also a east access, which kind of ties into this south access one, and that one there is right now is closed from construction. It's like open, close, partially, sort of, from construction. You just got to check the park office to see. And after that, is it worth coming here? I think it is. For a day hike, it's nice and easy. I was debating about not coming today just because I wasn't sure how much time I'd have. Turns out I got here and I had about 2 hours of daylight left, and I'm still in that, and I've pretty much seen almost everything there is to see on the North Rim. Now you can of course get hiking and things like that in and get passes for all that, but here's the view of the canyon now. Nice sunset there. So the hikers on the trailer I just passed there, they said it's about 30 minutes or so out. And so I'm not sure if I'm going to do all of this. Maybe I'll get around and see the next overlook on the other corner and turn back. But I would absolutely say, if you're in this area of Colorado, this is absolutely worth going to. The trails are nice and easy. This one here is one of the longer ones. The one at the visitor center is 2 miles. If I camp here, I'm going to hike that one in the morning. If I don't camp here, then I am not going to bother with that one. But the views are spectacular, and we got a nice populated canyon down that side, and down the other side is basically uninhabitable wilderness, and that's kind of cool. Now there are people actually that climb up that. It's kind of a big hobby for mountain climbers. Do love this. So if you are a mountain climber, you probably already know about this park. If you're new to mountain climbing, look it up, because there is a lot of mountain here to climb. So there's my thoughts. Overall, I would definitely swing by this park if you're in the area. And I see a nice overlook here, so we're going to stop here, enjoy the view. I'm going to head back and see if I can't find a campsite for the night. The Black Canyon of the Gunnison was an excellent trip. Definitely worth the little bit out of the way trip out. Some of the scenery is the most postcard-esque stuff you would ever see, and this is just in a couple of hours of seeing it. Overall, have a look at this place. Thanks for coming along on this edition of Tux Traveler, and we will see you a little bit further down the road.